Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I really want to talk about my two new, I would say new-ish, I guess, OCs of mine that I have. I created these recently, well I guess a couple of months ago, and I really wanted to kind of just talk about them a little bit and my process of creating them. As you can see, I was kind of showing these were like my first initial sketches of both of these characters, and something that I've had like their initial sketches done for a while, but something I've been really struggling with is their color palettes. And so I decided to go into Procreate, and I decided to sketch them out, and then I wanted to try to figure out the different color combinations I could choose, and I was like having such a hard time with this. I'm not good with color theory like at all, but I was trying to have them both like match each other and do good like color, I wanted them to like complement each other really well because they're like a couple, and I was trying to I wanted to incorporate both of their color designs with each other and like have them coordinate in different ways. And I was also trying to limit myself down because I was just having such a hard time with picking out the colors, and like I was really struggling. I'm not very good with color theory at all. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. But this specifically, though, I was like really struggling, but I eventually got a color combination I was happy with, and that's also why I decided to just go into Procreate, because it's easier to see things visually that way, and I can choose any color I want. And so in the end, though, I really wanted to stick to, like greens and pinks and browns and all those together. I knew from the very beginning that I wanted, I don't even have, see, this is how new I am with the process, because I don't even have a name yet for either of them. Well, no, that's not true. This one that I'm currently working on, I am thinking Elliot. I really like the name Elliot, so that's what I'm stuck with for him for now. And the other character that I have, I don't have a name yet. I've been thinking of like more of like an abbreviation. I'm sorry, I can't talk. I kind of want to do something abbreviated and not a full name, because that character has a lot more mystery surrounding them. But for this first one, I'm still like figuring out personality traits and stuff. I'm not fully sure exactly. Again, I'm very new at these. I like just recently created them. I started drawing them more. I have the idea of them being in a fantastical fantasy world. This Elliot here, he is a nymph. If I'm saying that correctly. And the other character that I have, he is a goblin. And I have the idea of like, again, this is not gonna be like, this isn't like a story I have in my brain yet, like a fully fledged story. I don't think I'm ever gonna make like a full story because I don't know anything about writing. If I ever were to make something, it'd be more of like a one shot type like comic where it's just like cutesy little like situational things, I don't even know if this is ever gonna even be a comic, because I'm like really bad when it comes to OCs. That's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to like make these in the first place, is because I wanted to like do more OC stuff, and like OCs that I draw more than just like a one-off made-up character. Like I wanted these to be continual OCs that I can draw if I don't have anything else in my brain to draw. So I could like always just go back to these types of characters. And I really I think I successfully managed that though, because I really liked both of their designs a lot, and I've been having a lot of fun drawing them. I've been drawing them quite a bit recently in my sketchbook. And I'm really really happy with both of their designs. I really like how this drawing that I'm currently working on turned out a lot. I don't know, and also I really like how like warm. I might in the future, again, one of my problems with OCs is that I constantly am changing them, and I'm really bad at like consistently keeping them the same. And like especially like their outfits, like the outfits might, which I mean I guess outfits do change. I tend to like to keep like one or two outfits only because it's easier that way, so I don't have to constantly design new outfits. Also, I'm not very good with creating outfits. But the reason why Elliot is in like overalls and everything is because I have the idea of him being like a gardener. He's very soft, gentle, kind, loving. I would say he's very I guess, yeah, I would say he's more introverted. Again, I'm still coming up with like ideas for character stuff and like their personalities, but I have like a broad idea of how I want them to be. But I like the idea of them both being like in this world, being like outcasts and outsiders and being treated unfairly by the people around them because they're different, which I guess is a very like cliche, but I have a lot of ideas in my head going. I don't have like too much to say when it comes to, again, the world, because I'm not very good with world building. I don't know anything about character writing. I'm just making cute little characters. That's the thing I like to do, and I like writing character dynamics. And like even like Elliot, for example, though, I recently just drew him again, and I've already changed a little bit in his design from so like these characters are probably going to change a lot. And I'm also, again, yeah, I'm not fully sold. I like the color palettes a lot. I'm not fully sold though on their outfits, so they're probably going to change in the future. Yeah, and originally too for his character design, I was originally going to give him yellow eyes, but I decided to make them green because I wanted them to contrast with my other. I'm just going to call him Goblin because I don't have a name for him yet, which is terrible. I need to see, this is why I think I'm so bad with making OCs. And then I also like I just won't draw them for like years on end. Like I used to have so many OCs that I would draw frequently. And I don't draw OCs like at all anymore, which again, this is why I'm literally doing this. This is my other character though. I am so happy with this design. This like character was actually one that I've kind of had around since I think last year. But he had like a major character shift recently. I completely changed. I decided that I wanted to make him more, because originally he was just a normal human, but I really love drawing like different colored skin, and just the green skin was like a huge, I don't know, and then I also started drawing ears on him, and those ears were so, like, those big floppy ears were so fun to draw. So, and I also knew that I wanted him to be like a masked character. This character basically just represents all my favorite things to draw, basically. I love masked characters a lot. I love drawing different colored skin. Like, I'm normally colored skin. I love like really long hair and like curly, so like this is just all my favorite things to draw, basically. This is just like an excuse to get to draw all my favorite things. But I love this character design. Like, I'm so happy with it. And like his like redesign that I did recently that you saw in the beginning of this video, that was like the first time I sketched it out, and it just went so well. Like, I was just fully just letting myself just have fun and just draw my favorite things, and which I actually think is kind of smart when it comes to, I don't know, maybe not all your characters, because I think it is good to like try to get out of your comfort zone, but I think it is a good way to like make yourself continue to draw your characters, is to like put elements that you like to draw in them, because it makes you want to draw them. And like I have so many ideas in my head of like different cute little hairstyles I want to give him, and like fun ways to, I just love drawing his hair and just blocking out, and also like the mask that he wears. I actually haven't even designed like what I think his face looks like. I've only ever drawn him with a mask, so like even I don't know what he looks like underneath it. Maybe one day I'll do that, I don't know. I might keep that like I might keep that secret though too, because I don't know if I ever want this to be a story one day, and I want to like reveal that in a dramatic way. So we'll see if I ever even reveal that to anyone for a long time. But I just I actually have like the mask that he's wearing. I actually have like an actual mask that looks like that. And the reasoning for why he wears it is because, again, I think he's trying to not attract attention. I wanted him to be like, because like in this world, goblins are considered like, people like, they're considered like evil and like greedy and just not great. And so he wears a mask to like hide himself and to seem less scary, because he's in an environment where he's surrounded by people that are other than him. So that's why he has his little mask. It's actually really sad. And he's also very, very like very reserved, very quiet, a very like gentle giant, I would say, like energy that he has. And I also like, one of the things I really wanted to do with both of these characters is I wanted to give them very different like body types and heights. I don't have like, they're not together in this photo, I just realized. You don't like see them standing side by side. That's gonna be my next video because I'm doing a picture of them together. But I wanted them to like, again, yeah, have very different body types, especially with Elliot. Not Elliot. Sorry, Elliot. I wanted to give him a very like shorter, stockier frame because I find I'm really bad. Like, I don't do enough diversity when it comes to drawing men. I realize I kind of just do the same body type over and over again. I do like a very like average, I feel like, body type. So for both of these characters, I wanted to give them extremely different like body types, and I wanted them to look very, very different. And they are in like a relationship, like canonically, like they're a couple. Again, I'm still very new when it comes to like their story and everything. I have like ideas in my head that floating around. But like him, like I wanted to also like have him be very, very like tall and lean. And yeah, whenever they're and he's like, their height difference is like really big. I wanted them to just be very different from one another. And also it makes it really fun to draw them next to each other because I don't know, it's fun. It's like really fun to draw them too, like in a different, like in a more like simplified style because their silhouettes are very different and very, I don't know, clear. I don't know how, if that makes sense, which I actually think is also very important when it comes to character. I don't know much about character design, I'm going to be honest, but I think like creating very distinct silhouettes is kind of important, and I feel like both of them have that. And especially like it's just really fun to draw them together too because again, they're so different. But like they're different, but at the same time, because I made sure that their like color palettes were similar, they don't look like they're in like two completely different worlds or anything. Which I also, when it was like really important to me whenever it came to like creating both of these characters. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this. In the future, I would love to do a more detailed deep dive on these characters once I get to know them better, and I'm definitely going to be drawing them more in the future. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye!